On the 21st of March 2025, boxing icon George Foreman sadly passed away. George Foreman is without doubt one of the greatest heavyweight boxing champions of all time. George Foreman was around the era of Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier and shared the ring with them both, beating Joe Frazier and of course losing to Muhammad Ali in one of the most famous heavyweight boxing matches of all time, and it was famously known as the Rumble in the Jungle, as George Foreman was defeated by Muhammad Ali in 1974 in the Rumble in the Jungle. But saying that, he did go on anyway, George Foreman, to enjoy a great boxing career and of course becoming the oldest heavyweight boxing champion of all time. As again, George Foreman is one of the heavyweight greatest boxing champions of all time, and of course he won an Olympic gold medalist back in 1968 for the United States of America. But I'm not here to talk about George Foreman's great boxing career. I'm here to talk about something far more special than his boxing career, an encounter that he had that changed his whole life. So please stick around. And as well, if you are new to this channel, welcome to the Preaching Paddy YouTube channel. My name is Sean Clue. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, as I know a large amount of people who view my channel have not subscribed. So please, would really appreciate it. And the ones who have subscribed and are tuning into my channel, want to thank you very much. Really appreciate you. So anyway, we talk about George Foreman, who miraculously had an encounter after a heavyweight boxing fight back in 1977 with Jesus Christ. Now, George Foreman lost that heavyweight fight to a guy called Jimmy Young in a split decision. But as George Foreman was making his way back to the losing dressing room, little did he know he was probably going to have one of the greatest victories in his life. And it wasn't going back to the dressing room with a heavyweight championship. He was going to encounter something far more greater, something far out of this world that he probably never would have expected in a million years. His testimony is awesome. Listen to this.
So I got ready to get up off the table.
You actually felt you were dying.
I saw death. I saw it. I mean, I had built my whole life on real estate and what I had in the bank. And I saw it all like a big joke. I don't know if you stick a match to a piece of paper. For a moment it stands up after it's burned, and then you touch it and it crumble. I was dead, and I started crying. I said, Lord, I don't want to die. And I don't want to die. I can still box. And I was just talking to God. I can still box. He said, I don't want your money. I want you. I never believed in Jesus. I wasn't going to go for it. I never would have. But let me tell you, Jesus is alive. I started screaming, Jesus Christ is coming alive.
This encounter he had with Jesus Christ that he just explained is absolutely out of this world. The fact that he lost the heavyweight championship, just believed in God, never really knew Jesus Christ, was walking and pacing around the dressing room and had a supernatural divine experience that turned George Foreman's life upside down. After that encounter with Jesus Christ that he had in the dressing room, George Foreman hung up the gloves and became a devout preacher for 10 years and then returned back into the boxing ring. Now, after this experience with Jesus Christ in the dressing room that night, it's absolutely breathtaking what happened to this individual. A man who had the whole world, a man who was I could imagine, a prideful heavyweight boxing champion. But when he encountered God, he was nothing. And he knew it himself. When all the money in his bank, when he explains in his testimony, and all the riches he had, was literally a joke.
Saw it. I mean, I had built my whole life on real estate and what I had in the bank. And I saw it all like a big joke. I don't know if you stick a match to a piece of paper. For a moment it stands up after it's burned, and then you touch it and it crumble. I saw the whole world crumble behind me, and all I had was nothing. I had to leave all of that in the world, and I couldn't even tell my mother bye. I was dead.
He even explained himself when he encountered God, believed in God but never believed in Jesus Christ.
All the places where Jesus had died, and I never believed in Jesus. I wasn't going to go for it. I never would have. But let me tell you, Jesus is alive. I started screaming, Jesus Christ is coming alive.
But after that encounter, he did believe in Jesus Christ. It was like he was born again in a split second. That was the supernatural power that had in this individual. And after this, George Foreman became a preacher, became a man who glorified and lifted up Jesus Christ. And one of the greatest testimonies in sporting events you would ever hear is this remarkable encounter as George Foreman had with Jesus Christ in the dressing room that night after losing to Jimmy Young in 1977, which really changed his whole perspective on his existence, really humbled the giant king of a heavyweight boxing champion. He said that Jesus Christ was alive. He said that Jesus Christ was alive. What a testimony of George Foreman. As again, it's probably one of the greatest testimonies you would hear after a boxer, a heavyweight king, leaves the dressing room, goes into the losing dressing room. Obviously, when you encounter Jesus Christ and truly accept him as Lord and Saviour, that is your greatest victory. And George Foreman would totally agree. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Did hope you enjoy. And again, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Do hope to see you soon. Till then, be blessed.